We are going live, and this right here is our Blythe underneath here. And let's take a look at her. We are going to be making this umbrella for Blythe, and I am going to put my Blythe here to the side and move our little display. That's what I use, my little thumbnail, to make it presentable. So here is the umbrella that I made for Blythe right here. And I went ahead and did it. I did one so that I would have an example of what we would be doing. And I am going to try to adjust a little bit more here. And I think we're fine at the moment. So, moving along, this is what it looks like on the top. And I'm going to bring my Blythe back, so I'm going to set her down so that you can see how it looks like on her right here. And now I'm going to be showing you what to do. So I went ahead and measured my Blythe. And you will need the following. So we're going to need a ruler or a measuring tape, some paper so that we can make our pattern. We're going to need some cardboard. This is we're going to be doing this with cardboard, and I used this from a delivery cardboard that I got. And then we're going to need a brush, and we're going to need some acrylic paint so we can be painting this. We're going to need a hot glue gun. I'm moving this to the side. We're going to need some scissors, and we're either going to need, I'm moving this, I have it, everything's here very close together. We're either going to need some wooden dowels, and what I used is some Chinese sticks. So let me open this up. So I separated one, and I already have that colored in black ink. So we're going to be moving this to the side. So first thing, we're going to start with the pattern for her head. I measured her head like so from the middle, and I took it over here to 3.5 inches. Then I went ahead and measured the round of her head just to have an idea. It's 11 inches, but that's not going to be a game changer here. So you get your piece of paper, basically start at the middle, like so, and this is what I did right here. So this is a little bit off, so I'm just going to start like so. So from the middle, I measured it to 3.5, and then that's where you see the little dot. And again from the middle, 3.5, all the way across. So then when you do that, you cut the paper around the dot. So I cut it outside of the dot, and then I folded the paper in half, and then I fold it again in half, and then as much as you can. And from this point, you cut around so that you can have a good pattern. So that's what you need to do for the umbrella. No pattern needed. Just get your doll. It could be Blythe. It could be any other Blythe. And just measure around how big you want the umbrella from the middle of her head. And then this right here, you get your pieces, or you get your cardboard, and then you cut your cardboard. And this is the 3.5. So all these are 3.5. You're going to need 8. And let me show you one more thing that you are going to need. And you're going to need, or what I use, so we're going to do what I use. And I'm going to be taking the label. With the YouTube, they're so picky on certain things, so just want to make sure that there is no confusion about what's going on in here. So you get your water bottle and you cut from over here, you cut it from over here, right around over here, like about an inch. And then, let me get here this idea here. Then you cut as much as you can. So you're going to be getting 3.25. That's 3.25 here, or 3. So if you get 3.5, it's not going to be that good. So we're going to do it here so I can show you how to go about it. So I have this piece here to help me out. This is another piece that you might want to use just to make a hole, and maybe some scissors. But you want to go ahead and start to have yourself a base just to get this out. And this is about what you want to do. So let's measure it again. I'm going to make that even. So 3.25 is right around here, so almost at the middle point. So I'm going to start at the middle, cut that out. It has a little bit of water, so I'm going to move that to the side. And even this out. And that's why I started this pretty close to the beginning, so that you have enough room to have it as straight as possible. So you're going to want to cut it at any place from there. You're going to need 8, like an octopus, you're going to need 8, because these are going to be glued onto your umbrella. And this umbrella here moves. It opens and it closes. And this is what we're going to be needing the water bottle for. So just cut enough that is going to be even, because we're going to glue that on. So let's do this here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is 8. So I'm going to cut it out from here. So that is my 8, and I have my stick that I already went ahead and colored. So I'm going to move that to the side. We're going to do that later. So I cut the fabric. I'm going to be using satin. And this is where the fun already starts to happen. So my glue gun is already hot, and it's a little bit wrinkled, but it's okay. So we need 8. So I'm going to select them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll get these bigger ones. So I'm going to start basically by getting the 4 in here. And I'm going to use 1 as an indicator. And here is the other one. Sometime during our making of the umbrella, we're going to poke a hole in here so that the stick goes out. and then we're going to put glue gun on the top. So having 1 in here as an indicator, I'm going to use the hot glue gun and I'm going to go all the way straight down and glue the cardboard pieces here. This is going to give your umbrella strength. So now I'm going to do the other side. And you're going to do this until you put all your 8 in here. So I'm going to do this very quickly and press it down. And if children happen to come across this and you want to do this, please ask a parent, an adult, or a friend, an adult friend that can do this for you, because the glue gun does get hot and even adults get burnt by it. So here is one more. If your sticks or your circle leaves like this one, it's okay because we can always cut that out. So I'm going to put another stick in here. I am nearing the end here. So part of the reason why it's a little bit off is because it's crinkly here. Okay, so we have 2, 4, 6, and 2 more. So the cardboard is going to be a minimal support. If you want to use another medium, feel free to do that. This would be something that you have nearby in your home. So that's why I started with cardboard. Okay, so here we go. So next to do is I'm going to get my stick and put it alongside. Now, I'm going to make that hole like I mentioned, and when I put the stick in here, I'm going to put glue on the top, and that is going to secure the fabric so it doesn't fray. Okay, so let's see if that's good enough. Okay, there we go. There it is, and I'm going to try to push it inwards just to get it a little bit trained. So here is the glue. Okay, so I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to dry, and you can go ahead and start seeing your umbrella take shape. So it's a little bit dry, so I'm going to put my fingers in there and press down. It is completely dry, and then you can use the paint and glue it some more. Okay, so next thing is our little stick. So what we're going to do is, I have tape on the side because we're going to wrap this around. And wrap it around and use tape to hold it together. I tried, the first time I tried by using the hot glue gun, and that did not work. It just popped right out. So I did use tape to keep it there, to keep it in place. And I have another piece here. And what you can do over here is use some fabric or something, or ribbon, to cover this up. So now we're going to take this, push it down, and let the little octopus arms come out. So now what you're going to do is glue it in place. And you can use your X-Acto knife, you can use the scissors, but I don't recommend the scissors because you don't want to put glue, you don't want to have some glue on the tip. So I'm going to start gluing this. Just put a dab and start gluing just to let it seep in, and let it somewhat dry before you go into the other one, because you want it to have a good firm hold. And now we go on the other one. And you want to measure this so you know where to put the glue. You want to put it just slightly under where the tip is. The tip is right here, because when you squish it, it's going to move out. So this one I'm going to press it down hard. Okay, it's right here, so I'm going to put some right there. And when we're done with this, I'm going to get my tassels. I wanted to make this mega goth. And I had like a little preview that what my items were going to be, and my tassels were they were kind of bunched up in a bag, and it took me hours to straighten them. And I think I measured it to 25 inches of how much I needed. We're almost done, and we get to see our beautiful new Blythe umbrella. I'm going to take that glue because I need my X-Acto knife to be sharp. So this is for you to do at home. This is not like a scale for you to make and sell. I mean, you could. It's just that you can do whatever you want. So we're doing this together. But the technique is here for you to have the size, how to make your own paper pattern. Just measure how much you want the umbrella to be. I mean, I did 3.5 or 3 1/4. I think it was like 3 1/4. We're almost done. One more. And I believe I have, what I'm going to do is put some black fabric here on the part over here where I put the tape. And here is the last one. So when you cut these pieces and you wrap it around, you pull the little arms like an octopus, and the last one is going to be the shortest because it's wrapped inside, you know, it's wrapped around the other ones. So it's going to be smaller because it's stuck between all of the other little octopus legs. And there we go. And going to, I moved it a lot, so the stick came out, and I'm going to put more glue, but it's okay. So here it is. This is what it looks like from the inside, and you can actually move it. So now it's stuck there with these prongs and actually moves. You can actually close it. You know, there's since they're really close over here on the top, and this one was a little bit big, so I am not going to hot glue gun. This is the last part. These are the tassels that I was ironing. So what I'm going to do, for the sake of finishing sooner, you can go ahead and hot glue gun your lace or your trim or whatever you would like to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to position this so that we can see, since we're doing this live, so that we get to see what it's going to look like. So I'm going to position this with pins on the bottom as much as I can. So, and that is going to give us an idea, and then later on I am going to sew this on by hand. So I'm trying to see here. Let me see here. I'm going to move so that we can see, so that we can all see. And it's going to be so pretty. When you're doing this, you really don't have an idea. You have a slight idea, but then when you finish it, you're like, wow. I mean, I could put this on the top, but I don't want to take from the visual. We will have a visual of some metal sticking out here. And this is where the cardboard is at. And this right here is for the collab coming up on the 16th, Dolls Gone Goth, hosted by Jay at Jay's Dolls UK and Marna at Dolls Rescued. So I will admit, I had a hard time doing something or anything goth because I don't have that much material in black, but I found some, and I found ideas. This one is pretty easy, and this is why I am doing this, to share so that you can do your own umbrella. And it's quite easy, and it's really fascinating. You can find all these things at home. You can spare the recycling or the landfill one more day, and you can have fun with sharing this with others. And this could be a great summer project for kids. And start recycling. It'll be so much fun. They're going to want to recycle the water bottles and do this. The only thing is that you're going to need to buy a glue gun or glue, but a glue gun is fun because it dries up, and since you're using cotton and cardboard, they can stick together. And we're almost done. So yeah, this could be a very fun project. You can master this technique, use other mediums. Like example, instead of using cardboard, you can use something else and it could be a little bit more resistant. And there we go. So I miscalculated about an inch, and I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, use a pin and keep it here and deal with cutting it or trimming it later. And there we go. Oh, let me use one more pin here. I am almost out of pins. There was like a little blind spot. Here we go. I always love these umbrellas. These umbrellas, I've seen them, and they're like South Asian, like from the Philippines or from Laos, and they have these wonderful tassels on their umbrellas. And there we go. Let me see. I'm going to try to move this out so that I can, I'm just going to go ahead and take the camera. So let me see here. All right. I removed the camera. So look at this. Here is the umbrella. How fun. That's my Barbie. So let's get Blythe over here and have her model with this umbrella. Isn't this fun? And sorry about my stuff over here. This is my workstation. And let's put this underneath her. Oh, she's very she's very secretive. You can't see her until you probably go underneath. Here we go. So I hope you like this tutorial, and we'll give you the little things that you need to do, the items that you need to make your own umbrella. Let me see if I could, I'm holding this now, so let's see if I could put my little prop back out. And excuse my moving. Let's do the little prop here. And we will get Blythe. And this is one of the things that happens when you're doing live. Just an idea of what I wanted to do here. And, oops. And here is Blythe with her new umbrella. So I used 3 1/4. You might want to do a little bit less, maybe 2 1/2. And I might trim the tassels so that we can see Blythe over here with her umbrella. Or I will need a much bigger display board, which I do have. And let's take a look of what it looks like on the inside. So there we have it. We have the pieces of cardboard where I painted them black. And we have the water bottle that is staying put. And the satin umbrella. Well, Thank you for joining me on this live stream of making an umbrella for Blythe. I hope you learned something that you can do. Have fun at it. And please give me a thumbs up, comment, and a share. And we will see you in the next tutorial or other videos of dolls. Have a great one. Bye.